What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Forever Stranded Lost Souls. Oh yeah, guys, we are approaching, I feel like, the last episodes of this mod pack. I feel like we're doing some good stuff here. So last episode we were working on making the creative storage upgrade because that's required for making the creative vending upgrade. And since last episode, I went ahead and I took the neutronium that we had and I blockified it and added it in here. I made recipes so we can make these tier 5 cobblestone generators. We made these earlier on. They're not a big deal, but we never had patterns for them. I went to the end and I killed a few more dragons. I made 20 crystals and I think I ended up killing like 6 more dragons or something. You get like an extra crystal every time you place down the 4 of them. I don't know if that's like a vanilla mechanic or just this pack. But anyway, I ended up killing like 6 dragons, so we have extra hearts now. So we made the Awakened Draconium Cruxes for this. What else did I do here? I added something else. I think maybe that was it. So I didn't add in the other 2 neutronium blocks up here because we did not have enough neutronium. But I've been doing stuff since I last did that. Let's go take a look and see how much of this stuff we have. We have, how much? 19. That's perfect. Well, I guess that's one more than perfect, but it's enough. Okay, so we can put this one back. That one is extra. So we need these 18 to turn into 2 more blocks to fill out that crafting grid. So this is good stuff here, guys. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do this. 2 more blocks, very good. And block. Okay, so you can see here we are in fact missing 4 items, right? Not a big deal. I just spent a good amount of time making a whole lot of patterns here. If we go all the way down, like, I just made patterns. There's the cobblestone gen patterns that I made. I made patterns to finally make furnaces auto-crafting using netherrack and nether brick. All of these different generators we made patterns for. I had to make patterns to make pink wool. I had to make a pattern to turn minor delight into 4 pink. Because apparently that's the thing. If you grind it down, it's a pink flower. You can get pink dye. We need the vanilla pink dye to do the things that we're going to do. I made patterns here to pop chorus fruit. I made a pattern to make steak out of raw beef for the culinary generator, and the other one was for the end generator to make the end rod, I think. Anyway, we got lots of things here. So, few more things we can do. Rainbow generator. We can do this, make a bottom half pattern. Now that we have all of these different generators, we have the patterns for them. And we can do this one. That's still the bottom half. Let's remove that. Top half, please. There's the top half. Okay, so we have the bottom and the top half. We can add that in here somewhere. Let's find a spot for these. Man, we are running short on places to put patterns in here. I try and group them all in the same area. Like, I'd really like all the generators to be next to each other. But, yeah, we are kind of running out of space. So I'm kind of having to throw them willy-nilly all over the place. So now that those 2 are in there, we can do this recipe, and now we can tell it to make a rainbow generator. We'll just find a spot for that, probably nearby these rainbow generator pieces. Okay, so if I want to make a rainbow generator, I think we need to make 4 of those. It's a lot of crafting that needs to happen. So that's 10,000 bytes. Doesn't look like it's going to allow us to do this either. We're missing something. Okay, so we are missing something. We're missing some ender pearls, we're missing some magical wood, and we're missing 4 lava buckets. All right, so I will grab these, and we'll grab some lava from back here. There we go. All right, so that should fulfill that requirement. Ender pearls, we need the ender dust. Yeah, this stuff. We can make ender pearls all day long. Whoops, I think we need another one. Or is it just 4? I can't remember this. There it is. All right, so we'll just make a few stacks of that. That lags out the game so much when you try and craft things. I don't understand why it does, but it does. Okay, so that's done. What was the other thing that we needed to do? There was one more thing, and I can't remember. So let's do rainbow generator. We'll try and tell it to make 4 more of those. And this should tell us what we're missing again. There's one more thing. Magical wood. Right. Okay. So it looks like we have everything else. Magical wood. Dang it. Magical wood. I take my hand off the mouse to type, and then I go and put it back on, and my finger barely touches that right click when my mouse is over this, and it clears it out. That's annoying. Anyway, so if we have a bookshelf, we can mix it with a gold ingot for 4 XP, or we can use our enchanter. I don't remember if we have the enchanter still hooked up. It does not appear that we have any enchanters over here. So do we have any bookshelves? It does not look like we do. Either way, we are going to need more of these. So let us make some planks here. That should be more than enough. And bookshelf. Okay, we have 15. That's probably way more than what we need, but that's fine. So is our enchanter over here? It looks like it. And we don't have any speed upgrades in there. So let's get speed upgrade. Do we have this one, and we don't have any more, it doesn't look like. Okay, so I'll have to source those from somewhere, I guess. Lapis. Put the lapis in there. I guess we'll throw that in there so it goes a little bit faster for now. How long does that take? That's going to take 40 seconds per. Now, the question is, we've been using this stuff a lot. We've put those upgrades in lots of different places, but where are they? I don't remember where I put them all. I guess we probably most recently put them right here. Okay, so we will do that. We'll take those out for now. And we'll place these over here. Okay, so that's going much more reasonable. 5 seconds per. And we needed, I don't remember how many was it. It was like 5 or 6 of these things. I guess while it's going, we can take a look one more time. Rainbow generator. We don't quite need that many. 4 of them. Yeah, we've looked at this, like, this will be our 3rd time. I haven't really looked at how many of these we need. So we're missing one more book. We are missing 16. Okay. So we don't have enough bookshelves, right? So we need to make ourselves a book or a few books. So we need paper now. I never did hook up our paper bark sapling to go into our system automatically. It feels like at this point, it's not really worth doing. Anyway, so if we put that all in the system, we do this, we can make ourselves 4 whole books. Okay, so we're gonna need a little bit more than that. So we can probably make some more of these blank patterns, which will allow us to make some more of these books. Okay, so there's 16 books. We need to make one more bookshelf, I believe. That should be enough. More planks, one more bookshelf. We have the book that we needed. We'll just put this bookshelf over here in our enchanter, and then we should theoretically have everything we need to do this, hopefully. All right. So we put that in here. So rainbow generator. Now I want to create 4 of these guys. That delay though. Okay, so it looks like we have everything. Start. I'm very curious how long this crafting is going to take. So we need a bunch of planks. So I guess it's just crafting those up. Yeah, it does require TNT. We don't have a good way of getting gunpowder, but we have lots of sand. And we had a few TNT in the system from previous. I'm not sure where we got that from. I guess some kind of chest or whatever. Actually, that didn't take too long at all, did it? Okay. So let's take a look at rainbow generators. There we are. Very good. Okay, so that's the last step that we needed here for this. Rainbow. I like how the text is different colors there. That's interesting. The number 3. Okay, so anyway, so there is everything, guys. This is gonna get us a creative vending upgrade. Boom. That feels pretty good. So with this creative vending upgrade, I assume if we put that over here into our neutronium, it should allow us to get all of the neutronium ingots out of here. Let me just throw it on in here and see what happens. Okay, so we have neutronium for days. There we go. So any resource that we potentially want, we can throw it into a drawer with a creative vending upgrade and get all of it. So all of these things that we have here, we don't need these anymore. In fact, let's just go ahead and take them down. Just get out of here. We don't need you. Peace out. Yeah, we don't need any of this stuff anymore. That's awesome. We can make, you know, infinite of these things. All we gotta do is just throw it into a drawer that has that creative vending upgrade. So, other things that we could do, we could finally have enough erodium for our miner. We could finally do that. if I take a look at this, how many does it say it's in there? It just says infinite. So if I break that, is that going to be bad? Like, what happens if I can't take this out of there. So it says we have, oh man, so, is it done? Like, unlimited item withdrawal. I'm very curious if I were to break this drawer, if it's just going to spill out that many everywhere. Oh boy. I almost feel like I would want to get some kind of way to clean up items next to it in case that happens. I would like to figure out a way that we can switch this. Can I put a different item in there? So we have these. If I switch it... Okay, I can't put my donuts in there. Yeah, how do we do this? Maybe it would be best... I was thinking if we could put this over like void or something to void out all of those things. If we were to break this and we have like that many millions of items popping out. I don't know if all those items do pop out. Okay. Well, it might be one of those cases where we should back up the world and check it out. First things first, so let's get all of the neutronium ingots. Let's just get all of this stuff. Okay. So we shouldn't have to worry about that anytime soon. I do want to see what happens if we break this thing, but again, we're going to back up the world first, so let me do that and we'll be right back. Alright guys, so I just made a backup of the world, just in case. We all know something bad could potentially happen here. So I want to break this thing, but I want to make sure if it spills out all those items, we have some kind of a way that we can collect them all. So I made myself a trash chest, which has a decent sized inventory. And then I made an advanced item collector. I put it on radius Z and X 10. So it should pick up everything in like a 21 by 21 area. And then radius Y I put at 3. So we're not scanning too many different blocks. I put an item filter in here. So let's take a look at this item filter. This thing is set to filter out neutronium ingots, nuggets, and pile of neutrons. So that's the only thing that should be ever picked up by this and put into the trash can. We don't want to pick up the creative vending upgrade or the compacting drawer, which isn't that important, but if we can save it, we might as well. So let's test it out. If we throw down a donut, nothing happens. If we throw down a neutronium nugget, it gets picked up, and those get picked up. This doesn't. Okay, I think we're pretty good here. The one probe thing, that just seems to happen in my inventory every time I log into the pack for some reason. All right, so all of those things are in there. It's just time to do it. I'm very scared. Not sure what's going to happen. Okay. So we were able to break it. And we lose out on the creative vending upgrade. Wow. Okay. That's not exactly what I was expecting to happen there. I wonder if there's a way to extract that out then. Alright, so since we didn't know how this thing worked before, I went online, I took a look. It says that it can only be removed from the compacting drawer, or I guess from any of the upgraded drawers, if you're in creative mode. Okay, so I was expecting us to put the creative vending upgrade into here and be able to swap out items, take the upgrade out, and just make whatever we wanted to. What I really wanted to do was put a creative upgrade, a creative vending upgrade in a drawer, and then put another creative upgrade as the item that it contains and have unlimited creative vending upgrades. That's another thing I don't know if we can do. Maybe it'd be worth going into creative mode and just doing a quick little test to see if that can happen. But yeah, I did restore the world backup because we didn't want the game to crash. We didn't know how this thing worked or anything like that. So yeah, I just restored a backup here. So I want to test. So first of all, I'm going to put myself into creative mode so we can see if we can remove that thing. So game mode 1, I think? Yeah, creative mode. So shift right click, and if I remove that, oh, okay, so it still shows the original amount that we had in here, right? And we could put that in there. Okay, so that's very interesting. I didn't know that's how these things work. So I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this by middle clicking, right? And then I am going to make, I guess I can duplicate that by clicking on it. So I want to see, can we, I'm going to delete these items, by the way, guys. We're not like just cheating here to cheat. Let's go back to game mode 0. So now that we have a stack of these things, I am very curious if we put one of these in here. Okay, and then we put one of them in here. This upgrade cannot be installed in the drawer. Okay, so we can't... It won't allow us to, like, dispense these things. Huh. Well, looking at the different items that we could use a creative vending upgrade for, it seems to me like we're probably going to want a second one, since these are one-time uses and we can't swap out the items that are being creatively vended. Well, we can do it if we go to creative mode and pull it out, right? But, I mean, we could go to creative mode and spot in all the items, too, at the same time. And, you know, I don't feel like that's the intended way for that to be used. So anyway, the neutronium ingots, we can use those for a few various different things, but looking at all of the different items that those are used for, like pretty much what we're going to want to do is be able to make infinity ingots, right? Because that's like a lot of the end game stuff. So the infinity ingot itself consists of these neutroniums plus these infinity catalysts, which we already have one additional one of. So I kind of feel like these are going to be what we would want to creatively vend, because that's a lot of these that we have to make per infinity ingot. Sure, we could just do the infinity ingots too, but I think these are used in more recipes than infinity ingots. So yeah, we would need those to make this creative mill. We need those to make the creative spikes and that sword and the different armor, the creative jetpack, whatever this is, the block exchanger. So it feels like if we could creatively vend the infinity catalyst, we will be able to do a lot of other things, like make these infinity ingots. That just requires a crystal matrix ingots at that point, which isn't a big deal. And then those we can use to make other various things. I don't know. But it does feel like we should make a second creative vending upgrade, and that's going to be a lot of work, guys. Yeah, so I don't know what we're going to do about that just yet. In fact, let's grab our a drawer mover thing. No, it's called a chest transporter. Grab the chest transporter, then we can put it into our network over here. Hopefully it keeps the upgrade. I don't know if it does or does not, actually. Let's oh, it won't let me break it. Okay, fine, put it right there. So does that show up on our network now? If I want to look at oh yeah, so we have 2.1 billion neutronium ingots. I think we might be okay on the neutronium ingot department. I don't know. What do you guys think? So yes, we have quite a few of those now. So yeah, the catalyst would be another reason to make a second one of those creative vending upgrades. Oh my goodness. Let's take a look at our quest book at this point before we even look at getting into that. I wasn't really expecting it to be like a one-time use for only one specific item and we'd have to make more of them. I really thought that we'd be able to like take items and make a whole lot of them and swap out the item and make a whole lot more of a different item, but that really does not appear to be the case. Neutronium compressors is another one that's going to want us to make. Let's take a look at that. So the neutronium compressor itself requires a whole lot of neutronium ingots and that crystal matrix and blocks of iron. So we should be able to do all of this stuff. This is not a big deal. Yeah, just the iron is going to be like the only thing that, well, I guess the crystal matrix, maybe 2 stars and 20 diamonds per. That's not that bad, but then it wants us to start making, yeah, these singularities, which require, you know, like 30,000 blocks. I don't know how we're going to start coming up with all of that stuff. Like, are we going to need to make a creative storage upgrade or creative vending upgrade for each one of these things? Yeah, I don't know. So here's another question. These singularities, let's take a look. That is used only to make an infinity catalyst. Okay, so maybe we don't need to worry about making those singularities. Maybe we should just make the item for the quest completion itself and then just worry about making another creative vending or creative storage vending upgrade. That was right. So yeah, I mean, this mod pack is a little odd in how it's set up here, but I think we're gonna figure it out. So we need 3 hoppers. I guess I can just click right here. So 3 hoppers, we need chests, we need 3 of those. I never made a pattern to make hoppers yet. I don't know why I've never done that, but there's never been like super needed, I guess. Making chests have always been like the hard part of this pack. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 crystal matrix. Okay, so those are crafting up, not a big deal. We should have all of those just fine. Then we're gonna need a bunch of blocks of iron here. Let's wait for this to finish up. All right, iron. That should be more than enough. Some redstone. We're gonna need some of these and some of those. Okay, so that should be pretty much everything we need for this particular item. So we can just come here and click the move items button. It fills everything in for us. Very good. Quest complete, right? Maybe, hopefully. There it is. Okay. I wasn't sure if there was like a second part to that. Okay, so that's going to give us a choice reward. We can get another neutronium compressor, a neutron collector. I think we have plenty of those. More neutronium ingots, which we have plenty of, or 4 loot chests. We're going to do the loot chest. Claim it. Okay, so first reward we get is a satchel. We get gravel. That's a great reward. Slime boot, slime sling, and finally we get ourselves pistons, droppers, and a dispenser. Okay. Let's put all of that stuff away. Very good. Whoops. A donut. Donut. All right, so there we go. And slime sling. Okay, so neutron compressor. So that should have unlocked the next quest here, and that wants us to do a singularity. It just says 1 iron singularity. It says it'll take many blocks to make a singularity. I suggest you start hoarding items. So if we go back to our iron, we have 605 blocks of iron. That's not a whole lot. We do have a lot of iron ore, though, that we can start smelting down. Might be a good idea to do it now. I was really thinking that we were going to be able to use that vending upgrade to do stuff here, but apparently not. So anyway, this should be automated. So yes, we'll start making all the iron, but if we need thousands of blocks to make the iron singularity, 31,884, and we have about 600 blocks right now. It's gonna take a minute for us to get all of this stuff there. It almost feels like we need to make another singular or another vending upgrade specifically for this, doesn't it? But I don't think we're gonna do that. That's a little ridiculous. I'm not entirely sure how else we could get items. Maybe there'd be a faster way for us to process this iron ore than the way we're doing right now. We could just put it directly through the furnace and just do 1-to-1 instead of 2-to-1. Would that be worth doing? Is our furnace going faster? Yeah, the furnace goes a little bit faster than the pulverizer. I guess we could probably set up another pulverizer here to do more iron so this can smelt all the time. We could put some in the crusher. Is there another way to make iron that we haven't looked at? There's gotta be like faster ways of doing this, right? What other machines? We have the arc furnace. So yeah, we could put iron in there. Iron ore, it does double in the arc furnace, but I'm not sure how fast that is. Maybe we should try that out. Let's grab some iron ore and we'll throw it in there and just see how we're doing. So that's processing a little slow, isn't it? We could hook it up, so this is just going all the time, though. And that gives us 24. We also have, what was it, the one furnace, didn't we make a, yeah, the ultimate furnace, this thing here. This requires us to have coal. Let's take a look. Coal. What kind of coal? I guess it doesn't matter. We can put charcoal in there or something. So we can use this thing here, and that like smelts pretty quickly, but that's just doing 1-to-1, right? So we could do that. That would definitely be faster than what we're doing over here with the iron furnace, or I'm sorry, the redstone furnace. So I might just set up a thing that's just gonna start taking our iron ore and doing it 1-to-1, just so we can get these faster. Yeah, we only have 651 blocks at this point. I'm not entirely sure how much iron ore we would need. I guess we'd need 9 times 30,000 in order for us to process 30,000 blocks, right? Are we even going to be able to do that? There's got to be another way to do this, and I'm just not able to think of it at this point in time. Goodness. All right, so probably what we should do is skip this for now. You guys can let me know in the comments if there is a better way of doing this than what I'm currently thinking of. Obviously, there is the magical crops. We can make more seeds, iron essence. So that gives us 4 at a time. We could start doing this and turning all of our iron essence into blocks. That is definitely another thing that we could do. How are we doing here? So it's iron essence, block of iron. So we have 1,000. We are 1/30th of the way there. So 1 full inventory. Oh boy, yeah, this is gonna be really slow, and we definitely don't have enough iron essence, but we could spam a bunch of iron essence seeds in order to make this happen. That might be the way to do this. All right, guys, so I just made a pattern for iron seeds. I'm making 100 of them. We're gonna have to get rid of like all of our other plants, and then we'll replace them all with the iron essence, and we'll see how this works. I kind of feel like this is probably going to be the only way we're going to have a chance to do this. We are also going to have to set up some kind of a way to take that iron essence and turn it into iron. So let's do an export bus. We'll do a crafting card. Let's make acceleration cards. Let's do 3 acceleration cards. And we're going to need an interface. We have one of those. Perfect. Glass cable. We'll need some of this. Acceleration cards. Are those not done yet? What are they doing? Oh, you know what? It's probably waiting on the pulverizer, which is preoccupied with this stuff. So let's get rid of all of that. Yeah, there we go. Now we can take the Fluix crystal, turn it into dust, and it should be able to do the things that it needs to do here. We also have some gold waiting in queue, which looks like that's done. All right, so now acceleration cards. Oh, it was trying to make some pure Fluix. There we go. Okay, so now we have all that stuff done. All right, so let's set this thing up. So it's just going to take all of the essence and put it into the system here. So I'll just put an interface right there. It's fine. We'll just put a export bus on this thing with a crafting card, 3 acceleration cards, iron ingot. Okay. We'll put that here. We want to set this to do not use stocked items, only craft items while exporting, right? So that way it's not going to just be taking iron from there and then putting it into here, which goes back in there and looping. It'll only try and craft iron. Okay, so now that we have that done, we should be able to put that onto the system. I don't like how it's connected to 2 different faces, but whatever, it's fine. So are we... I'm seeing iron go in here, so that's what we want to see. Although it is only doing 1 at a time, we must have another way of crafting iron. Do we have a pattern here to craft iron? We do. Let's get rid of that pattern. So it should... You know what? Do we have a pattern to use the essence? We do. Okay. So now if we go down there and look, it should be doing 4 at a time instead of that 1 at a time nonsense. Maybe. Is it doing anything? We hover over this. Do we see it going up 4 at a time? No. Can I tell it to craft this? Will it work? So it's trying to turn pulverized iron into iron. You know what? We need to get rid of that other recipe. I think that was... Whoops, this one over here. Let's get rid of this recipe. I think this is breaking everything. Okay, so cancel that. Now what is it doing? Something. Okay, so we'll try one more time. Iron ingots. Is this going up? It doesn't appear like it, but if I tell it to craft some, does it work? It says nothing active anymore. Iron. Whoops. So it used some there. Is it going to continue to use that? And then we're concerned if it's going to speed up. So it is using some of that stuff. It is going kind of slow. But it's definitely using our essence. That's what I want to see. And then over time, that should speed up and go faster and faster. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so now we're making a decent amount of that stuff. I don't know if it's better to not use the acceleration cards. But yeah, we're definitely creating iron and pretty quickly here. So now the next thing is we need to take our iron seeds, Stack plus 36. And go over to our farms, replace all of the iron, or I'm sorry, all of the other essence that's there with the iron seeds. Is it daytime? It is daytime. All right, so let's just go over to the farm. Yeah, pretty much what we need to do here. Let's turn this thing off, get rid of the lag. And then all of our non-essential crops that we have going, we should have plenty of everything. We'll get rid of these extra diamond stuff. All of those seeds should be picked up and sent back. I don't think we need our essence crops going anymore. That's just making the inferium stuff. I really don't think we need more awakened draconium at this point in time. I might leave those diamonds there, but pretty much all of these different crops that we've had going, until we need them again, we'll just hold them in the system, I suppose. All the seeds in the system, and if we need more, we can always replant them later. But these have been going for so long now, we should have like thousands of every single type of crop here. Okay, we'll get rid of these as well. And we'll just start replacing all of these with our iron seeds. And I'll probably go through and replace everything else here. So let me do that real quick, and we'll be back, guys. Okay, so we got all of our iron essence over there, and we removed all of our different seeds from our farm. So if we took a look at iron, we can see we're getting the blocks quite quickly, but we are losing essence. Like, it is kind of fluctuating. It's having a hard time going down, but it is in fact going down slowly but surely. So we aren't quite able to keep up with this, even though we have, like, I think it's 109 seeds over there, and maybe 108 seeds, something along those lines. Like, every single spot that we have available that we can put the iron seeds in our current farm setup has the iron essence seeds. So we could go bigger. We could make more farms, more of the activators or the mechanical users. I was even thinking about putting some of the speed upgrades in there. So I made a bunch of these upgrade speeds, and then I made a bunch more of the, what are those called? These guys over here. Oh, I'm sorry, the, whatever that is, the base thing. Yeah, I made 2 stacks of the gold plates. What are they? Is it just upgrade base? Yeah. So I made enough so we could put like one of these upgrades in each one of our mechanical users. I tried doing that, and it didn't really seem like it was having much effect. And each one of those makes us use 1 more GP. So I added a few more dragon egg mills over here. Each one decreases the efficiency, so each one of these is only making about 300 GP now. But every one of these that we added was adding more grid power to our system. I tried adding a 4th one, and it only adds like 60 more GP. I was like, okay, you know what? That's just not even worth having it sat down at that point. But yeah, I'm not sure what else we can do other than just scale our farm operation and make it bigger and bigger. If you guys have some ideas, let me know in the comments down below. But we might end up skipping this. Yeah, I would like to have this quest unlocked so we can do this other stuff. I'm hoping that's a retrieval task and not a crafting task, because we saw the recipe and I don't really want to do the cosmic meatballs and all of that if I don't have to. So if that's just a retrieval task, that'll be nice, but we still have to get past the singularity. So again, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about getting iron faster. Should we make a bigger farm? Is there other ways that I'm not even considering to get iron? I don't think there's like any RF Tools dimensions that we can just make a iron world out of. That would be like the easiest solution. But anyway, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on the episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.